Hello and welcome to Doris's Kitchen. Today we're going to make pie crust. Okay, we need 2 cups of flour. A little bit more because that wasn't quite full enough. There you go. And 3/4 cup of shortening. Now you're going to find this really easy to make. I mean, everyone's going in the stores and buying it all. You don't have to. 2 cups of flour to 3/4 cup of shortening. Okay. All right, and then you turn around and you just add some milk. Add just a little bit at a time, and then start to work that. And what you need is to be able to make it into a ball. Okay? When you have it in a ball, you know you have it. Now a lot of people will go right in the stores and they'll buy that ready-made crust and stuff like that, but you know, we all got to start cutting down on what we spend, so this is a good area to start cutting down on what you're spending. Because really, when you do this, it's more or less like making buy one, get one free kind of deal. Okay, that definitely was enough. Don't add much milk, because it really don't take much. Guess if you were to measure it, I don't know, 1/3 of a cup might really kind of do it. Okay, and what we're doing is, I'm just showing you how to make pie crust. Now one of these will make a top and a bottom. Or if you're going to, we're going to cut some of this off here. Cut a little bit more. If you're going to, you know, use pudding and stuff and just fill that way, then you get 2 shells. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm kind of just patting it, making sure everything's all stuck together good, patting it into a nice circle and everything, just because the less flour you use, the better off you'll be, because then your pie crust will be flakier. There we go. Then we're going to turn it around, make sure the underneath has a really nice coating, because when you roll it, you don't want it to stick to the table. It's not going to help you much. Okay, and you can shape and form this as you roll, because you can roll it. Okay, I need a little more this way, a little more that way. Okay, now the first one is going to make 2 shells. The first one, you know, will be a little bit bigger. It needs to go a little bit deeper. Okay, go like that. I'll move that over so I can get my pie plate there. Don't be afraid to put a little bit of flour in the bottom, just so it doesn't stick. Okay, I'm going to get that a little bit closer. Let's move this out of the way so you can really see what I'm doing. If you want to, you can add a pinch of salt to that, but the pies don't last very long here. Your pies last, whoa, kind of broke on me there. Woo. Okay, but don't worry about that, because you can always patch that right up. Nothing to worry about. Comes right back together. Okay, now when you want to go and cut the extras out, remember any extras you have belong to the other shell. And you want to tuck in a little bit as you go around, only because the crust will shrink some. As you go around, leave a little bit, because I'll show you a little trick. A lot of times when people do their pies, they kind of cut right up against the rim. And if you cut right up against the rim, then you're taking a chance of your pie crust on the edges kind of like burning before the rest of it is done. And you don't really want that. Okay, so what I do is I just go around like this, kind of circle it, tuck it in a little bit, like a round circle. Then you'll go through it with a fork and everything. Of course, you're going to flour your fork, only so your pie don't end up sticking on the fork. Okay. Then you go around, you make your mark. And this is usually when that happens, that the pie crust ends up really thick and then your sides end up burning before the rest of it is ready. But hey, having that extra layer makes it a little thicker. Also makes it easier for when you want to take the pie out of the plate. Then you go around and just finish forming. There you go. There you go. All right. And there you have it. Here's your pie. Okay, and you'll turn around, bake that in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. Now learn your oven because, you know, it can make a difference in a minute or two. Okay, and what you're going to want to do before you even put it in the oven is go around, poke with a fork around your side. And the reason you're doing this is because when you do just pie crust like this that have no filling, it's going to bubble up. Then a few in the bottom too. And you don't want it to, you know, just put it in the oven and not pay attention, because if it bubbles up, then when you go to cut a piece of pie, all you're going to have is a air bubble. And nobody's going to get no pie, and you're going to wonder why you have extra filling. Okay? And then this is where you can turn around and cheat, you know, because during the holidays, you're trying to go a little bit fast. So what we've done is we got an instant chocolate pudding, and it says 3 cups of milk, but I'm only putting 2.5 cups. Whoops. Well, a little bit less than the 2.5. I spilled some. Okay. I'm using a whisk. You hurry up and whisk that right up. And when you're cooking, you make sure you keep an eye on that, because if it does start to make a bubble, hurry up and poke the bubble with a sharp knife and stuff. That way it'll calm right back down, and your crust will continue to cook. The last thing you want is an air bubble. When you're all done, you go, oh shoot, I forgot to pay attention. So start by forking it before you even put it in the oven, so there's already air bubble there. Okay, and the reason I only added 2.5 is because I want to make sure that my chocolate is rich in my pie. So I only added 2.5 cups instead of the 3 that's recommended on the box. Another time I'll show you how to make homemade chocolate pudding on the stove. But right now, we're cheaters. So we're going to put that in there. Go. After it cools down, we'll add the whipped cream, then we're ready to serve. Now my next one, because I already made a double batch, 2 crusts, so the next one is going to be my banana cream. And of course with the banana cream, when I'm done, right before I serve it, I'll slice up some bananas and then put the whipped